Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rich Bradley, President of the Board of Public Service. This is the regular meeting of the Board of Public Service for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. This is a public meeting, and there are no lettings today, but we do have one hearing, which we'll handle at this time. Hearing number 125688. Hearing number 125688-RH continued is being conducted pursuant to section 26.100.030 of the revised code of the city of St. Louis. The purpose of this hearing is to determine whether to revoke the conditional use permit numbered as 125688 issued to Grand BP Gas Mart to occupy 3182 South Grand Boulevard as a gas station with snack foods and no cooking. The parties have been notified of the violations of the conditions of this conditional use permit in writing by certified mail, along with the posted notice of today's hearing date. A hearing was held on August 26, 2025, to address conditions 1, 3, and 6. The board found that conditions 1 and 3 were not in compliance, which are as follows. Condition number 1. The windows must be kept clear of clutter, with only permitted areas of the windows covered by signs in accordance with the city ordinances with these conditions. Application shall be made for all signs and approved by the Office of Zoning Administrator before installation. Condition number 3. There shall be no sale of items that can be used or intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling papers, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or substitutes for illegal drugs. The hearing was continued until today. The Office of Zoning Administrator has the burden to prove the conditional use permit conditions have not been complied with. After all evidence of the zoning administrator has been presented, the board will ask for additional testimony, if any, in support of the revocation. Then the conditional use holder will be given the opportunity to present evidence. Lastly, the board will hear other testimony in opposition to the revocation, if any. Your testimony is being recorded. When you come forward, please state your name and your address and be sworn in. As you testify, please direct your comments to the board and not to those in the audience. Members of the audience are asked to remain silent, not coach the witnesses. During your testimony, members of this board may have questions for you. Following the hearing, the board will proceed with its regular agenda. Following the conclusion of the regular agenda, the board will deliberate, discuss, and vote on the hearing. The board will notify the conditional use holder of its decision by mail in about 2 weeks. In addition to the items that were entered on August 26, 2025, the Board of Public Service has in its possession the following documents which are being introduced into evidence. Item 1, letters dated August 27, 2025, sent certified mail DBA Grand BP Gas Mart, CO Amar Jediah at 3182 South Grand Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri 63118, and Amar Association LLC, CO Omar Jediah at 3182 South Grand Boulevard, notifying the permit holder and the other named entities of the continuation of this public hearing until today. Item 2, a copy of the public notice of today's hearing in the City Journal dated September 30th, October 7th, and October 15th, 2025. Item 3, photographs dated October 13th, 2025 of a sign posted at 3182 South Grand giving notice of today's revocation hearing and the premise. Item 4, a copy of a memorandum and related photographs dated August 26, 2025 from the zoning plan examiner Sandra Long to the zoning administrator Mary Hartburton regarding an investigation of the permitted property on October 13, 2025, during which time all conditions were found to be in compliance. At this time, the board asks a representative of the Office of Zoning Administrator to please come forward and be sworn in.
Raise your right hand, please. The testimony you're about to give before this board is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Please state your name and your title.
Sandra Long, zoning plan examiner, 1200 Market Street. So as of yesterday, when I went out to do my site investigation, I found that all the conditions are in compliance.
Okay, so just to be clear, we were still having issues with condition 1 and condition 3. So the windows kept clear and no drug paraphernalia, condition 3. Everything is currently in compliance.
They hung curtains in the windows and there was no drug paraphernalia, yes.
Okay, thank you. At this time, I'll open the floor up for any questions from any of our board members. Seeing none, Ms. Long, thank you for your testimony today. At this time, if there's anyone else present who wishes to testify the noted conditions have not been complied with, please come forward and be sworn in. So Monica, is there anyone in the room with you or Michelle that wish to testify the conditions have not been complied with?
No, there's not, President Bradley.
Okay, Michelle, there's no one in the room with you either?
No, there's not.
Okay, thank you. And there's no one in the chat that I see. I don't see anyone else on the screen. One more time, if there's anyone else present who wishes to testify the noted conditions have not been complied with, please bring it to my attention at this time. Seeing none, let the record reflect that there was no one at today's hearing to testify the noted conditions have not been complied with. At this time, the board asks the conditional use permit holder, please come forward and be sworn in.
Raise your right hand, please. The testimony that you're about to give before this board is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes.
Please state your name and the address for the board.
Omar Jabella at 3182 South Grand Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri 63118.
Thank you.
So I believe that we heard that all the conditions have been complied with at this time. First of all, on behalf of the board, thank you for doing that. Thank you for complying. And I would just ask on behalf of the board going forward, please remain in compliance. You don't need to come to any more of these hearings, and we don't need to see you unless we're visiting your business. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes.
Yes, I'm in agreement with that. I just wanted to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to demonstrate that, we're not, I know it's easy to bunch us all together, say, all these businesses are the same, but you gave us the opportunity to show you that we're not the same. And we want to continue to demonstrate with the city that we've always been different. We always try to go the extra step. So thank you for that.
Good. Thank you, sir. At this time, I'll open the floor up for any questions from any of our board members.
I don't have a question, just a comment. Mr. Jadala, thank you for your diligence in fixing what was recommended by the city. That's all I have to say. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Director. Any further comments or questions? Seeing none, thank you, sir, for your testimony. At this time, if there's anyone present opposing this revocation that wishes to testify, please come forward and be sworn in. Again, Monica and Michelle, I assume there's no one else in the room with you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That's correct.
Okay, and I see no one else on the screen in the chat. But at this time, if there's anyone present opposing this revocation that wishes to testify, please bring it to my attention at this time. Seeing none, let the record reflect that there was no one else at today's hearing opposing this revocation to testify. The matter concerning hearing number 125688 is now closed and submitted. The board will now proceed with its regular agenda. I ask Secretary to please call the roll.
Director Days,
Present.
Director Flake,
Present.
Director Hayes,
Present.
Director Patel,
Present.
Director Pearson,
Present.
President Bradley.
Present, we have a quorum. I'll call this meeting to order.
From the President, recommendation that approval be given as follows. Supplemental Agreement Number 5 to PSA Number 1257, Engineering Design Services for Airfield Project at St. Louis Lambert International Airport, with Crawford, Murphy and Tilly, Inc. This supplemental agreement for $115,000 is amended to modify the scope of work and is authorized by ordinance number 71657. From the Office of Special Events, request for the following to be approved, subject to certain conditions. There are 3 special events to be declared as festival zones. Finetti Fest will take place at Finetti Park on Ivory between Stein and Scheimer on October 19th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Summer Alumni Block Party will take place on Cottage between Billups and Annie Malone on October 18th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Light the Night will take place at Forest Park on October 18th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Setup and teardown will begin on October 17th at 8 p.m. and end on October 18th at 11:30 p.m. From the President and Director of Parks, Recreation, and Forestry, joint recommendation that the following be approved. Maintenance agreement for the stormwater management facility associated with Penrose Park Improvement Project related to the grading and drainage plan that were established in accordance with the agreement dated May 8, 2008 between MSD and the City of St. Louis. Maintenance agreement for the stormwater management facility at the Hospital Drive Entry Project in Forest Park, outlining responsibilities for ongoing maintenance, inspection, and compliance established in accordance with the agreement dated May 19, 2008 between MSD and the City of St. Louis. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as emergency action for the following. Preventive maintenance work for the Howard Bend boilers 1 and 2. The estimated cost of this work is $12,000. From the Director of Streets, recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Petition number 6935, affidavit of Live for Life Academy, Inc., related to the compliance with Section 10 of Ordinance number 72029, dated July the 11th, 2025, provides for the conditional vacation of public air, surface and subsurface rights in the 20-foot wide north-south alley in City Block 706, as bounded by Carroll, Kosciuszko, Lafayette, and Second Street. Request by Bishop DeBerg High School to encroach with banners at 6 light poles located on Hampton and Eichelberger, and on Eichelberger on the north and south side of the street, east and west of Hampton Avenue. From the Directors of Public Utilities, Streets, Human Services, and Parks, Recreation, and Forestry. Joint recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Request by Forest Park Forever for public improvements at 6101 Government Drive. The proposed project include a refresh of the boathouse, the restaurant, and the annex buildings, as well as all surrounding patio areas. From the Directors of Public Utilities, Streets, and Parks and Recreation and Forestry, joint recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Request by Ameren, Missouri to install 10 feet of concrete encased conduit extending north from the existing manhole located on Northeast Drive. The customer will be responsible for installing the remainder of the concrete encased conduit to the new transformer, which is located on the north side of Northeast Drive. The job site approximately 165 feet east of the Tower Grove Park Palm House at 3600 Magnolia Avenue within Tower Grove Park. We have 4 conditional use permits from the Director of Public Safety.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the board. My name is Sandra Long, Plan Examiner for the city, and I'll be representing the Building Commissioner at today's meeting. For Board Order number 766, transmitted herewith are recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval with conditions is recommended for 4 applications. 3741 Page Boulevard, 7019 to 23 South Broadway Boulevard, 1807 Gravois Avenue, and 3925 Washington Boulevard. I request that these recommendations be approved as submitted.
Thank you, Sandra. Are there any questions or comments on today's conditional uses? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve, please.
So move, Pierce.
Second.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Dace,
Aye.
Director Flake,
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Patel,
Aye.
Director Pearson.
Aye.
President Bradley.
Aye, today's conditional uses are approved. Thank you. At this time, we'll handle hearing number 125688 RH continued for 3182 South Grand Boulevard as a gas station with snack foods and no cooking. This was a continuation of a previous hearing where conditions number 1 and 3 were still in question. We heard from our zoning inspector that with her most recent inspection, all conditions are now in compliance. We heard from our conditional use permit holder. There was also no one present at today's hearing in support or opposition to this revocation. So with that brief history, I'll ask if there's any discussion. Seeing none, is there a motion?
President Bradley, with all the facts you've relayed, I make a motion that we dismiss without prejudice. And I commend the conditional use holder as Director Pearson did as well.
Thank you, Director. We have a motion to dismiss without prejudice. Is there a second to that motion?
Second, Flake.
Second. I'll ask you to call the roll, please.
Director Days,
Aye.
Director Flake,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Patel,
Aye.
Director Pearson, President Bradley.
Aye, dismissed without prejudice. Thank you. At this time, I'll ask you to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from our last meeting, October 7th, 2025. Are there any questions or any comments on the meeting minutes as submitted? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve, please.
So moved, Days.
Second, Patel.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Days,
Aye.
Director Flake,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Patel,
Aye.
Director Pearson,
Aye.
President Bradley.
Aye, the meeting minutes are approved. Today's agenda, are there any questions or comments on today's BPS meeting agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda, Hayes.
Second, Flake.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Days,
Aye.
Director Flake,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Patel,
Aye.
Director Pearson,
Aye.
President Bradley.
Aye, today's agenda is approved. Before we adjourn, are there any questions or any comments from any of our board directors? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved, Hayes.
Second, Days.
Thank you, directors. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Have a nice afternoon.